With the recent reveal of Mario Kart Tour, there are many aspects about the game to speculate. But one of the things I'm most interested in are the tracks. This is the most important part about Mario Kart games in my opinion, because this is the terrain that you're going to be racing on. Mario Kart is no fun without a great track to race on. But for Mario Kart Tour, what tracks are going to be in the game? That's the topic of this video, when I'm going to be speculating about it, but I'm not just going to be speculating alone. Today I'm joined by...
Hey guys, it's Thomas on the SwitchStop.
And we're going to get into this right now. So the first track that we want to talk about today is Mario Circuit. So for today's video, we're planning on including 4 retro tracks and 8 other tracks, the nitro tracks, the brand new ones that I think would work really well in the game, and we've come up with some really cool ideas today that we want to share with you. So Mario Circuit, this is a very interesting track, extremely classic, one that a lot of people are going to know. This is the first of 4 retro tracks today, and Thomas, what do you think about this track?
Well, obviously, Mario Kart Circuit kind of has its own rendition in every Mario Kart, but the original is where it's at in my opinion. It's just a basic game that teaches the tutorial of the game without really being a tutorial, and obviously with this being a phone game, you're gonna have people who have never played Mario Kart before. It's just a perfect fit.
Yeah, it's just very basic. If they want to do some sort of unlock system in Mario Kart Tour, this is definitely going to be a track that is not unlockable. Probably very basic, will teach you the mechanics as you said, Thomas, and I think it'll just work out really well in the game.
Alright, so the next track we have up is the Luncheon Kingdom track from Super Mario Odyssey. So, as we all know, Nintendo is all about that cross-promotion. And right now, the best-selling game on the Switch is Super Mario Odyssey. So, why not promote that game in your new mobile Mario Kart with a Luncheon Kingdom track? I think we chose Luncheon Kingdom because it's a very interesting track to race on, because you could pretty much do anything you wanted. You could go through the little town, you could go all the way up the volcano, you could basically even just reskin a track such as Grumble Volcano and make it Luncheon Kingdom themed. The possibilities are truly endless.
Yeah, I really agree with you there, because I think that if Nintendo were to include tracks from Super Mario Odyssey, it would definitely bring a lot of people to go and get that game on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, it's already doing amazing, and people that already own Odyssey are really going to appreciate that this track is included anyway, and we're just putting it here because we think it has a very unique concept that'll diversify it further from existing Mario Kart tracks, and we just think it would be really cool to include in the game. So the next track that we want to include is Yoshi Falls DS. This is going to be the second retro track that we want to include, and we just think that we're going to have like one retro track in all 4 cups. We think that it's going to be pretty much just 4 cups within the game, and Yoshi Falls is definitely one of my favorite retro tracks included in Mario Kart Wii from the original DS1. You explore various locations that are all fun to go through.
Yeah, Yoshi Falls is really just another great track for beginners. I mean, it's pretty much just a circle, but it's not really just a circle, because as you know, there are boost pads everywhere, waterfalls. It kind of epitomizes Mario Kart in the fact that it's easy to just play it if you just only want to play just to try and beat it, but you can also practice it, get the world record, try and go as fast as you can. It really just kind of shows how great Mario Kart is, and it would be a great introduction for this game. Next up, we have Bob-omb Battlefield. Everyone wanted this to be in Odyssey. Unfortunately, it was not, but hey, it could still be in Mario Kart Tour. Bob-omb Battlefield is obviously one of the most recognizable locations within the Mushroom Kingdom, and it would be great to race here. You could go all around this known level, and it would be very interesting. Also, bob-ombs, you know, those could be huge blockades blocking your way. Maybe if you run into them, they blow up and destroy you and any players around you. It could add a layer of strategy that's previously not really been in any other Mario Kart course.
Yeah, I just personally have so much nostalgia for Super Mario 64. This one had to be on our list. It's so iconic, and I think would be a great location to include. You could have the big mountain within a Bob-omb Battlefield, atop which you fight against King Bob-omb within the main Super Mario 64 game. I don't know if he'll be included here. You could probably have some Easter eggs like Koopa the Quick going across that mountain, but the spiral about it, the shape, it's just perfect for Mario Kart, and I think it would be really cool to include it in the game, and it would provide some variety from the existing tracks that we think that are going to be included, the retro tracks, as well as some of the new ideas. This one is very different, and we think it would be really cool to include in the game. So we wanted to include a second track from Super Mario Odyssey because there are so many great locations within that game, and in my opinion, the most beautiful kingdom within Odyssey is the Lake Kingdom. More specifically, Lake Lamode, the main area within it. There are so many great areas, and it's just so pleasing to the eye. And including this, a new rendition of it in Mario Kart Tour, I just think would make for a very peaceful place to race within, and have some fun mechanics by including the water.
Yeah, it's very interesting to hear about Lake Lamode as a racetrack because, as everyone knows, there are so many memorable locations in Odyssey, and Lake Lamode is kind of a more subtle one, but when you really think about it, this could be amazing. As Cyril said, this is such a beautiful track. The music, the graphics, just the style in general, it could be amazing, not to mention, ever since Mario Kart 7, we've been able to go underwater, so yeah, it really just makes sense. Next up, you have Moo Moo Meadows from Mario Kart Wii. This track is pretty much a fan favorite. It was in Mario Kart Wii, one of people's favorite tracks, then got put into Mario Kart 8, and it was one of people's favorite tracks there. Not to mention, as we were talking about before this video started, a lot of people who are going to be getting Mario Kart Tour will have also only really played Mario Kart Wii just because that game sold so well, and the Wii was such a, I don't want to say this, but normie console that a lot of people who don't really play Mario as much had the Wii, and a lot of people had Mario Kart Wii and then played Moo Moo Meadows. It would just kind of be nostalgia for all the people who have only played Mario Kart Wii and are just now getting back into the genre with Mario Kart Tour on your mobile device.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. The Wii was a very casual console, just like how the mobile market is for very casual people. Like, they're not hardcore gamers, but they still would be interested in Mario Kart because it's such a big franchise, and Moo Moo Meadows would definitely appeal to those people really well. So the next track that we want to talk about is one with a prehistoric theme. We've gotten one similar to this in the Mario Kart series before, but none necessarily entirely focused on this prehistoric idea. I think that including something with the T-Rex and some elements from the Cascade Kingdom, that Rex enemy so big, it would be a great obstacle to implement into a prehistoric track. You could incorporate fossils and other historic things into it, and I think it would be really cool.
Yeah, one of my favorite tracks ever in Mario Kart is Dino Dino Jungle. However, my one gripe with that track was that they went for a really cartoony style, which made sense back when it came out, but now that graphics can be so much better, even on a mobile phone, they could go for a realistic-ish setting, kind of like the Cascade Kingdom, and really just blow us away. It would be amazing, frankly, to race around with just Triceratopses and all sorts of different dinosaurs running along with you out of bounds, watching. It would be very awesome. Next up, we have the Sports Arena, or just a Sports Arena, which could promote Mario Tennis Aces. For everyone who doesn't know, which is probably no one, Mario Tennis Aces is coming out to the Switch relatively soon, and as we've said many times throughout this video, and will be saying more, Nintendo loves cross-promotion, and this would be a great way to cross-promote Mario Tennis Aces, and even if they don't choose to go to Mario Tennis Aces, just choose any other Mario sports game. There's so many to choose from, and it would really be great, because I don't think they've done something like this yet in Mario Kart.
Yeah, I don't think so either. These sports arenas, just representing any sort of Mario Sports series at all, I think would be really good. People love the Mario Sports games that have played them. There's many people who haven't played them, which makes it a very underappreciated series in my opinion, but those who have, you'll probably understand the appeal in having these games exist. And Mario Tennis Aces, it made me, and I'm sure you as well, very happy when it was revealed, because we finally got another entry in the Mario Sports series that looks really good, and I'd love to see more Mario Sports information and areas within those games implemented into an app that'll probably blow up. It has the potential to, at least. Mario Kart Tour Sports Arena track could be really good. Now, the next idea that we're going to talk about, it's a very unique one, very interesting, and sort of outside the box. It'll switch it up if you want to go there. This is a Nintendo Switch track. It could be based off of the Switch console itself, involve the Joy-Cons, or even Nintendo Labo stuff. the Nintendo Labo is a newly revealed item that will be being released by Nintendo, and it seems to have a cult following building on its own. And incorporating that into Mario Kart Tour would again get those casuals to, maybe gain some interest into more of the Nintendo merchandise, which I think is the ultimate goal for Nintendo when making this. But even so, just from a personal appeal, I would really like this sort of track to be included.
Yeah, this would be very interesting, and a lot of people, I'm assuming, are probably saying this is way too kind of meta, I don't think Nintendo would do this. Well, frankly, they already have. In Mario Kart DS, there was a DS battle mode stage, and while that was battle mode and not an actual race stage, they could definitely make the switch into an actual race course, and it would be very awesome to see that you could have Joy-Cons as obstacles, you have to go over the bumps that are the buttons. It would be really, really fun, and as Cyrus said, Labo elements would just elevate this course to something, frankly, we've never seen before in a Mario Kart game. Next up, we have Shy Guy Express from Mario Party 8. So if you're confused on what this even is, you're not alone. A lot of people who didn't play Mario Party 8, or even people who did, might not remember this. This is the train map from that game, and it was so fun. And as Cyroth was kind of mentioning to me before we started recording this, it would be so fun to just ride alongside the train and see all the stuff that's happening through windows in the cars. It would really be awesome.
This is one of my favorite boards of all time from the Mario Party series, and representing Mario Party 8, again, a game released on the Wii, a very normie console, as you mentioned, probably appealed to a lot more people. It sold a lot of units, I'm sure of it. I don't have the sale figure for you right now, but I'm sure it sold a lot. So implementing something from that game into Mario Kart Tour would maybe refresh people's knowledge. Say, hey, I played on this before, and make them appreciate it that much more. Even regardless of that, I would love this to be included. So the next idea that we have here is a track based on the new Yoshi game. Could be a sort of cardboard based style, sort of the style that we're getting from this Yoshi game. I have some gameplay on the screen for you. I really love the art style for this. Yoshi games never fail to present great aesthetics, in my opinion. They don't have that ultra 4K graphics that we get out of some other consoles games, but the art style is something that you have to appreciate, and implementing this in a Mario Kart Tour, I just think would make for a really aesthetically pleasing stage, like we mentioned before for Lake Lamode.
Yeah, it's very interesting to think about this, because obviously Yoshi is a predominantly 2D game. However, with this new one, you can kind of like flip around the stage, and you're pretty much going around in a 2D game, but you're in a 3D space. So it would be definitely possible, and not just possible, it would be very cool to see this happen, because another thing, for the only a little bit of gameplay we saw during E3 and the trailer and the treehouse, it shows that there is a ton of detail in this game. Everything looks like it was handcrafted. I would love to see this brought into a course. Next up, last but certainly not least, we had to include this, Rainbow Road. Now, there could be a new one, but what we possibly think they're going to do is go back and remaster the Wii Rainbow Road. For, as pretty much we've said this entire video, the Wii was a very normie casual console. The phone market is a very normie casual market. There are going to be a lot of people who have only played Wii before who are now playing this game. It would just make sense. Also, Wii Rainbow Road was really, really good, and it hasn't gotten a remaster yet. This could be its time to shine.
Yeah, definitely. Rainbow Road is the Mario Kart track. The most iconic Mario Kart track of all time. It has to be included in Mario Kart Tour no matter what. I think it's more likely than anything we've talked about in this video, and maybe even more likely than Mario Circuit. That's how big Rainbow Road is and iconic it is to the Mario Kart series. No matter which Mario Kart it is, it's very likely going to be the Wii one. It's also very likely going to be a new one. No matter which one it is, I think it'll be in the game, and it'll be great to experience. Probably going to be the most challenging track to go through within the game, but we're going to have fun going through it anyways. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to go and check out SwitchStop's channel, where we made a video about characters that we want to be included in Mario Kart Tour as well. That was a really good video. I think that you'll definitely like it if you enjoyed this one. So go over there right now. The link's on the screen. Click it. Go check it out. I'll see you next time.